In-N-Out is so overrated.
The burger spot.
Hey,
Yeah.
I agree. What's that
can you
other
turn the
place though
light off
that's
for
really
me?
good, Reggie? Had they had the the burgers and they have peanuts in there that you can
Odd
eat peanuts.
Guys.
Off. I
Five
just wanted to see
Guys.
if it make a difference.
Them guys are good.
Yeah, I think it look better with it off.
Yeah, I'd rather
Then
To
I
me,
can
think.
get
they're
that
better
lamb.
than In and Out because they have like their meat is juicier. You know what I'm saying? It's something like I don't know if the burgers are
Who?
bigger or what it is. Five
Who you talking
Guys is
about?
better than In and Out to me.
Yeah,
I ain't never ate an
taste,
In and Out. They got Five Guys in California.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Five Guys is everywhere.
Yep.
So
They
they got
have
a
just
Five
like
Guys in St. Paul.
That's Highland. That's the white people in there, but
Oh yeah, I was about to say.
yeah, that's
you
Highland.
said Highland.
And then they got one in Oakdale. The one in Oakdale closer to
Yeah,
me.
they got one in the Oakdale, and most of them are in the Minneapolis side. That's probably why
Yeah,
y'all don't know nothing about them.
right, right. Because I don't leave St. Paul.
That's what I'm
That's why I
saying.
said we just got one.
No, nigga.
Probably
Y'all
better
just
that
don't.
you only St. Paul the way Minneapolis be clown. St. Paul clown now too, but damn,
I
Minneapolis is
don't know.
all
Yeah, they've been
street.
tripping in St. Paul this week. They didn't
Short
kill
Yes.
8
Hill,
people this
Blaine,
week.
Coon Rapids.
I
Yeah.
like it. I went there one time. I don't even remember what I ate, but I liked it. It was just expensive. You know what I'm saying? I feel like personally, I don't care how good it is. If I can get a burger for $2 versus $12, I'm gonna spend that. I'm gonna get that.
Don't taste
I'm,
like $2.
Right.
I'm at Wendy's with it. You know what I'm saying? Wendy's is good. You know what I'm
So
saying?
let me
That
get them
$5
five
biggie deal.
burgers.
You know what I'm saying? That
Well,
$5
Wendy's is
biggie deal
actually one of
good.
the best actual burgers at a fast food spot.
Yeah. I
Wendy's
don't
and
know.
Hardee's.
You like McDonald's burgers now?
No, the Wendy's burgers are better. The actual burger.
The burger? You think so?
Yeah.
I like the saltiness of McDonald's, like cheeseburgers, but like the bigger the burger in McDonald's is different. You know, I'm a Burger King guy.
I
Damn,
know
he
I
got.
am too.
Hey, I just watched this video of the dude that Mike Tyson fought, Willie Blood Green, Mitch Blood Green. Y'all remember that? The nigga looked like a dark
Boxing.
skinned soul, like for real. Mitch Blood Green. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all the story of Mitch Blood Green real quick.
Wow.
So Mitch Blood Green was a boxer back in the day, right? And he was like the first person to use social media to get a fight. Like he is the godfather of modern day boxing promotion. And a lot of people don't even know it. So
No, he didn't
Mitch
promote that well then, did he?
Blood Green, yes he did. He before what this how he got into it. He was a boxer. I think his record was like 9-2. And he was up and coming boxer and he wanted to fight Mike Tyson because you know Mike Tyson was the best. So he would make video clips. He would use a camcorder and make video clips of him boxing and talking stuff. Well, you know, back in the day, there's no way to post. Like if you take a video, how you gonna post it so the world could see it unless it get on TV? So he used to go to the radio station, and the news outlets, and they would post the videos and the clips of him.
I want me some Michelle Cicely Tyson. He's a homo. Oh, baby. Something do a simulation. Dog, he ugly. Tyson ugly. He a homo. We want to say national. Michelle Cicely Tyson is a homo.
So eventually all the other news outlets start picking it up. Then the sports network start picking it up. And he eventually got into the ring with Mike Tyson. So they get the boxing. And of course, you know, Mike
Got
Tyson
knocked
won.
cleaned out.
But he didn't knock Mitch Green out. Because Mitch Green was talking so much trash to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said, I'm not going to knock him out. Because
Fight.
I want to punish him for the whole 10 rounds. So Mike Tyson and Mitch Green got into it. He beat Mitch Green up. The fight went 10 rounds. Mike Tyson won 9 out of 10 rounds. Unanimous decision, right? So Mitch Green is mad. So Mitch Green, you know, wanted a rematch with Mike Tyson, and he never did get a rematch, and he never fought again after that. So he said he don't want to box unless he boxed Mike Tyson. So one night, Mike Tyson was at Dapper Dan's in New York. Now, the reason why they call him Mitch Blood Green is because he is the leader of the Blood Gang in New York, the kingpin of Bloods in the state of New York, and he's a boxer. I didn't know that he was like a real gang member. So he's the kingpin, but you know Mike Tyson from Brownsville, right? So that don't impress him. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, Dapper Dan, somebody told Mitch Green that Mike Tyson was at Dapper Dan's getting fitted for an outfit. So Mitch Green pulls up on Mike Tyson. I said, I need my ones. We're gonna run that back, 1-on-1.
I was nervous. You know, I hadn't had a fight, like a street fight, in 7 years, and I was scared, and I was getting paranoid because he was so close. He kept getting close to me. I mean, so I defended myself.
Who threw the first punch here?
He did. He sucker punched me because he's with his friends, you know. And when he hit me, like I said, I couldn't get a chance to get to him like I wanted to because everybody was like pulling me, you know, holding me, like so he could get away from me, so he could get away. And he ran from me. I was trying to get to him, you know, and
So Mitch Green get into it with Mike Tyson, and I'm gonna show y'all what happened to Mitch Green.
Scared of his pay. Ooh.
So Mike Tyson beat the brakes off dude, busted his whole eye socket.
I used to always get my clothes from Dapper Dan's back in the 80s, right? And listen, this is what happened. That's how I ran into a stupid motherfucker, Mitch Green, right? I had went to Dapper Dan earlier that day, like 12 or 11 o'clock that afternoon or morning, and I fitted for some clothes. And so we were supposed to come later, but we hung out, we partied, we were drinking, and we were in D.C., so we drove all the way back. And so we came back, so let's go up there and get my clothes. We went in there, I got my clothes. We were all laughing. Walter Berry was in there. We were all having a ball. Everybody was laughing in there. So my back is turned from everybody, but everybody's laughing. And all of a sudden, everybody stopped laughing. And I'm talking stuff. Yeah, these bitch-ass niggas there. You imagine that shit? I'm waiting to get myself. I turned around, Mitch Green's in this motherfucker. And these guys all scared. They don't want to talk. I said, oh, shit, Mitch fucking Green. Then he just started talking, what the fuck you doing in my hood, nigga? Oh, then it was on from then.
And you guys threw down in the street or in Dapper's? In
the street.
jeez.
And it was quick.
Real quick.
Blah, blah.
Well, he was talking a lot. He was just talking a lot, and I really thought he was grabbing from my pockets, trying to pull my pockets out, because if he ripped my pack, all the money will fall. But I won't have a chance to get my money. I have to fight this cat, right? And then my money's to the wolves. So anyway, that's when I just started punching him.
And it was over quick.
Yeah, I dropped him a couple of times, but he was high on angel dust, so he kept getting up. Right? Just like Friday the 13th, the fucking Michael Myers, that guy.
You talk about this in your show.
Yeah, every time, boom, I knock him cold. Boom! He gets back up. Boom! I said, fuck! Right? So when I'm in the car now, so I'm in the car. I'm tired because I'm overweight a little bit. I'm fighting this guy. I'm tired, right? I'm a little drunk.
Are you bugging that like you're the heavyweight champion and like you're at Dapper Dan's
You gotta do this.
and like this is happening in the street? Like, are you like, what the fuck is going on? Or did you feel comfortable with
Now, I
that?
felt comfortable doing it, but I was like, fuck, nigga, I hurt my hand on this motherfucker, right? But then I'm in the car. He rushes to my car. He breaks in my Rolls Royce. He breaks the side mirror. Boom, he breaks it off, right? And then
with the eye jam, his shit was already fucked up.
No, that wasn't the eye jam. He was bleeding, but he didn't have the real eye jammy. So I went out the car. I said, "Excuse me, 1 minute." I got out the car and I hit Mitch, and Mitch went down, and he bent over, and I grabbed his head. And I hit him, boom, one time, and his head hit the floor and hit the concrete, boom. And I said, "Oh," then that's when he was out, boom. And I got scared because he didn't move anymore when his head hit the concrete. And that's when I ran. I ran and got my car.
Fuck, Mike.
Out of here. I thought I killed him. I was so scared.
And this is right on 125th, right?
Yeah, I was so happy the next day in the paper they showed him
Right
up
with
with
his
his
fucking
eye.
eyes.
Yeah, I was so happy. I know he wasn't dead then.
bro.
Long story short, the dude went on the news again and told everybody how Mike Tyson beat him up, how he damaged his eye, and woo. They got into it. But Mike Tyson said, I'll never fight him again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to box him. Mitch Green just wanted to box him. So he couldn't get him in the ring, so he sued him for $20 million.
Did he win?
Guess how much he got? $45,000. The same amount of money he got the first time he fought Mike Tyson in the ring. That was petty. They gave him the same amount of money they gave him.
Like, we gave
that
you
was just another fight. You know what I'm saying? You got paid
You
for a
roll up
boxing
to
match.
me. I didn't come looking for you. Why
Right,
you
Mike
suing
Tyson
me?
should have countersued his ass and got that money back.
Boy, do you see Mitch Green face?
He deserved it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't start stuff. If you can't finish it, leave it alone.
Mike Tyson, a bad boy.
I guess so.
All right, welcome to the Original Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Double OG. We got. You okay? You good? I thought something was wrong with her. I thought she was having a convulsion or something. I was scared for a second. I was like, is she dying in front of us? We got Scooby in the building with the Janet Jackson moves. I don't know what. That was the Lil Kim joint. That was that Lil Kim joint. And we got Are You Serious in the building. And we got D Jones in the building, but I think he's getting ready to join us in a second. This is the Original Podcast. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's going on?
So do you think we should bring back a living color type of show catering towards black people? Because we don't have one. Like the last one I seen,
Yeah,
like
they do.
50 Cent tried it and it was garbage. Like that was
They got it
garbage.
now. Black Girl
Who?
Sketch Show.
Black Girl Sketch Show, that's on a major network or that's like on cable?
Was it HBO? Where?
Yeah, I'm talking about like so everybody
On
can
TV,
watch
yeah,
it.
because I don't have HBO.
Yeah, I ain't
But
got
what is it
HBO
called?
either.
Black Girls what?
Black Girl Sketch Show.
That's like Saturday Night Live in living color.
The title says Black Girl Sketch Show.
Yeah, but there's another sketch show. Have you ever watched the joint on Comedy Central?
Key and Peele, nigga? What?
No. With Wayne Brady, he used to be on it all the time. That's how he got his big start. And they was a sketch show.
That was an improv. That was just
Improv
improv. That wasn't sketch. Improv is just off the top of the head with no props, no setup. Sketch show is
That's
you
what that
actually like
was.
creating sketches and creating stories and yeah.
So would you consider Chappelle's show a sketch show?
Yes. It was just a bunch of sketches. It wasn't a story, it wasn't a plot, there wasn't main characters, and there wasn't a development.
But see, like Chappelle's show had a cast, but I wouldn't put that in the same category as in Living Color. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
no,
they're both sketch shows, but like in Living Color, it felt like the show was the star, even though we all know the Wayans brothers ran it. It was more about the show and not the Wayans brothers. I think Chappelle's show was just Chappelle's show, hence the name
It
Chappelle's
was a
show.
sketch show, but it was starring Dave Chappelle. Then
Right.
Living Color was just a sketch show that starred various people.
So what I'm saying is, would you have a sketch show starring various African American people? Do you think that would be a successful reboot, like SNL or Living Color?
Yeah, it's called Instagram, TikTok. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the 80s now where you have to do it on a certain television platform. These brothers is doing it every day. The only difference is they own their own content, so they get the money directly. They get direct advertisement. So in a lot of those situations, it wouldn't make any sense for me to take what I'm doing now and then put it on TV so everybody else can get rich off of it. And I get a portion of it, but somebody else is getting more money off of my content than I am. And I don't know if I like that. But I get the appeal. He said,
y'all niggas is deep.
I get the appeal.
I like TV shows. It doesn't always, because everybody doesn't always want to pick up a TikTok.
I'm just saying, I just thought, like, in Living Color was successful. Saturday Night Live been on for 40-something years. But it hasn't been another one for us. Like, Saturday Night Live has been consistent for like 50 years it's been on. And then we had Living Color, and then that's it. And then I'm thinking about the 50 Cent show, and that was whack.
I get it. I'm just saying people nowadays are more money savvy. They're more business savvy. I'm literally going to write y'all sketches so y'all can get rich and y'all give me some bogus salary. So this dude is sitting in this mansion on the hills, and I'm just writing and living in this little New York apartment. Nah, I'm cool. But that's what's going on at SNL. So when you hire somebody on SNL, they're like, man, you're getting this for the opportunity. Yeah, the opportunity to make somebody else some money. And then hopefully one day, maybe I can get my shot.
Let me
Having
ask
your
I
you
own
this:
get it.
shot is overrated to me because it's just a lot of work. That's just,
having your
I
own
have a
what?
whole different, it's a lot of work.
What's a lot
I
of work?
like the whole, I like the TV set, even though, like Reggie was saying, other people are making money off of you. Those people that are making the money off of you are doing some of the footwork and the leg work. And that's why they're making money. Maybe they shouldn't make as much as they're making. Maybe you need to renegotiate the contract or something. But they're doing a lot of the work that's helping you not have to do it and having that TV show. That's the ideal of it.
Yeah.
I don't think that the TikTok and the Instagram is as stable, even though it's old and everybody's so hooked on new stuff and TikToking and Instagram and Zooms and computers and internets and all of that. There's nothing wrong with a good old fashioned television show that you can turn on Saturday. Cause I'm about to be old and it's just getting tiring. Y'all know how long it took me to get into the podcast today because I upgraded my computer. So maybe I'm a little tainted today. That's all. So
My lips look dry as fuck, but they're not.
Oh Lord.
My
This is
use
hands
the
dry
random
filter,
as
as
hell.
lipstick filter.
this is random
Yeah,
as hell.
my lips look dry as hell. All right.
Yeah, that's why I said it just depends because like a lot of these content creators, a lot of these people, they bust their butts for years, but they want to be the star. And a lot of the times they're doing all the work, but they don't get the credit because they're just a part of a engine. They're part of a system. So even with a lot of these things, like you said, it's a lot of work, but not for one individual. When you're talking about these TV shows, it's a bunch of people doing a bunch of stuff. So you're not doing it on your own. So it's not like all the weight is on one individual. It's a system, it's an entity. But I mean, that's why the money gets spread out so far because you got to have the writer's table and then you got to have the grips and then you got to have the makeup artist and the producer and the assistant producer and the executive assistant producer. And that money gets dwindled down. I mean, depending on the success of the show and the advertisement and the channel and
Right.
depends on what you get. Or you can just be like Country Wayne, do your own things with a phone and literally become a multi-millionaire. And I'm talking about that brother is rolling and he just does all this stuff. And he's like, yo, I don't work a lot. He said, I just do these sketches 3-4 times a week. And within one day, I can do 20 sketches. So I could be on vacation. I could be touring. I could be doing whatever. And I'm still bringing in the same amount of money. So it's not like he's killing himself. He's like, man, I go to sleep. I don't know about y'all, but I just do it smart.
That's important. If that is his life and that's the
Huh.
truth, then that's very
Huh.
good. Because stress is a killer. And I refuse to do anything that's stressful from this
His
day
brother
forth
said
in my life.
his brother said he only works about 3 or 4 days a week. And then he just creates. So like the sketch is only 2 minutes.
And I don't know who he is, but
Country Wayne.
yeah.
Yeah, he's all on like Facebook and Instagram. But yeah, he does like it's literally a TV show basically.
Did he go
So
back to Instagram? I thought he was off of Instagram now.
He did a
Just on
little
Facebook.
bit, but he's just on Facebook because they stopped paying people for their videos on Instagram. That's why he got off of it. So I'm not going to give you my content for free. So if you tell now, when you look at the longer videos, there's not an ad anymore in the front on Instagram. Remember on the Instagram, there used to be ads in front of some of these videos. Now they don't do that no more. So that's why he was
Y'all
like,
know
I'm
I
taking
just
my.
joined Instagram this year, so I don't know.
So he was like, I'm taking myself off of Instagram and just sticking to Facebook so I can still get. I'm not going to be giving away free content. So until they change it. So he did like some here and there, but it's not as consistent as Facebook. But yeah, but what he said is like he didn't know how to edit, right? So he had no clue how to edit. So he just figured how to do the one camera, one shot takes of these videos. So he's like, well, I save time and money because all of my videos are just one take, one shot. I shoot the video and then I go on to the next one. So he said I could literally spend 2 hours or 3 hours in a day. And I done did 10, 15 videos because I'm not editing anything. It's just a one shot thing. Hey, you guys do this, you guys do this, you guys do this. we freestyle, we talk. He said, and I knock out 10, 15 videos in one day, 20 videos in one day. So nigga, you know how many, and I can post a video a day. So all I have to do is work literally 3 or 4 times a week. And then I got my whole year. So then I can go on tour and still upload videos every single day because I got a stockpile.
Mm.
But it's because he doesn't edit. So if you look at his videos, none of his videos are edited. There's no cut shots. There's no
Getting that
none of
raw,
that. It's
whatever.
literally just film, one camera, all right, and done. Next one. All right, film and done.
Mm.
Because you know how I know you two niggas know. I mean, how long it takes to do the editing. So if you didn't have to ever edit and you could just literally film and then put that stuff up.
Yeah, but he also had. I mean, he got a big following. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you like people literally depend on Country Wayne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you look forward to getting on your phone and watching the next. I want
Like
to see
Ro
what happened with Mike and Rolanda,
and
right?
T.
And I want to see if
Mike.
he really did get with old girl. Oh, now she mad. You know what I'm saying? Like you be all into it. Like what happened to Drip? I ain't seen Drip in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like you really be into it. And then sometimes when you hear T talk on certain videos, you be like, oh, that nigga
he
can
talk?
talk. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I love Country Wayne, but
He
he
said,
got
that is my shooter. He
but
said,
see,
let's
he
go
said
get
he
something
started
to
on
eat.
Facebook too.
Let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
But
But see,
Des
he
put me
also
on
started
T
with a
when
little
he was
bit of
doing them
money, man.
barber. I
Yeah.
remember Country Wayne when Des used to show me the barber videos of him. And he was getting his hair cut and he had to stop. Like, nah, take it off. Nope.
Yeah, Country Wayne been doing his thing for a long time, man. You know, let's talk about some other news that nobody cares about. How much do you guys think the most expensive car in the world costs?
$8 billion.
No,
225,000.
no,
225 million?
no. Des, you got a guess?
700 million.
700 million? No. So y'all way over.
Well, like 5 million, 3 million.
No.
That
way
225
under
was
now.
over?
Okay.
225 is over. It's over. Fuck it. Why are we guessing? Why?
I don't know.
guessing?
You made it the game, nigga. How you gonna
I
ask
made it
us
the
why
game.
we
Like, why
guessing? And then
why
you
the fuck I
ask
gotta
us
guess
why.
with you niggas? The most expensive car in the world just sold for $142.9 million. It is a 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe.
What's the name of the person that it came with?
Nobody.
Nigga, it had to come with someone.
No.
Right,
I'm
for
about
a
to
Y'all wanna
pay
see it?
$125 million for a car and it don't come with a person? What's his name, nigga?
$142 million.
It look like that James Bond joint.
55.
It ain't got no
Benz.
22s and nothing on it. It ain't
Oh,
spinning.
Lord.
Oh man. You know what?
And that's
I
why
don't
your
know.
black ass.
I like the wings.
Hey, you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell y'all a real quick story, then we can get into some more issues. Anything y'all want to add to the podcast, let me know this week. I was watching this video on World Star Hip Hop. That's where I get most of my entertainment from, World Star Hip Hop. Now World Star has like got, I don't know if y'all remember this app called, it used to be like a Twitter live version of Twitter.
Periscope?
Periscope, yes. So now World Star is like Periscope, right? They've added a video section on the World Star app. So you get the app, you pull it up, you can still see the World Star videos, but they
I
also
didn't
have
even
a
know
live
World Star
section.
was still going. I
Yes,
ain't been on
nigga.
worldstar.com since 88.
Every day I'm on World
When's the last
Star.
time you been on World Star, Des? Be
Bernita,
honest.
if you want to go live, that's where you should be going live from every day, not Facebook. You should be going live from World Star Hip Hop because you know they pay just like Periscope. So you know on
You have
Periscope you
to
can send
do-
people hearts and you can send them gifts and all that stuff and win. And then World Star got this thing where you can battle somebody else and bet y'all's gifts. So if I got $1 million in gifts and you got 2 million and we want to bet 500,000 to see who wins after 5
They got that
minutes, who
off
gets the most
TikTok.
likes. Yep, you could
They
just
stole
battle.
that from TikTok.
What do you mean? Like rap? Like bars?
No, so to be
Popularity.
two people just
That's
sitting there,
weird.
just talking, going live, but it's a versus. So if you tap this person on the right, and the timer goes out, then whoever get the most taps splits the bet of their stuff, right? So World Star cool, but I seen this video of this dude. He's from Ireland. I don't know if y'all ever seen this guy, and he talks about watches, right? He's like a watch expert. And Bernita just reminded me when she said that, how black people fuck something up thinking they doing something to it. So he was going over all these rappers' watches and how they kept adding the diamonds to it and how they keep bragging about how much money they spend on the watches that they're buying. And the whole time, like the watches ain't even worth what they're, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers say, I spent $60
devalue the watch.
He like,
when
you spent $60,000
it.
on a watch. That watch shouldn't it be worth $4,000? I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I'm gonna show you right now.
What are we doing today?
Rappers. No, God!
You're joking, right?
They're back again.
You're joking, right?
I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
I thought I told you I was done with this shit. So it's gonna be a review about diamonds again.
So I got the big dog. It's like my prized possession right here.
And then that AP next to it. It's a really, really rare watch. And you really f***ed it up. Today, unfortunately, I'm reviewing rappers' watch collections. Or shall I say, diamond collections, probably.
I really am into watches. This was the first Rolex that was given to me. He gave it to me for my birthday. After then, I just started just buying watches, just like all different types, not just Rolexes.
Oh, is he new in the rap game? Is he like a rookie or something? What do you want me to say about these? They're absolute rubbish, mate. Yeah, the Richard Milles alright. That Datejust, that he with that bezel, because that's a bezel you glue on, and that AP is, listen, you see the funny bit is, this is a fake AP dial. You know how you can see that as well. First of all, that dial was never produced by AP because of the diamonds like that, right? But you can also see that the date, the number 6, is really low on the dials because it's not made for each other. You see what I mean? It's a piece of shit, man.
This watch is an Audemars two-tone rose and white. It was about $65,000 for that.
That watch was never produced in two-tone. So someone is telling him like fibs. That's an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak 15400. That watch was only made in steel and precious metals, but not in a bi configuration, steel and precious metal. To be fair to the other rappers in the past, mate, he says 65 G's. If it was one of the Migos, this watch would have been £650,000, like, because the Migos just put an extra zero on there. Money bag.
I got this from Shine Jewelers. This was like 80. Sky Dweller, two-tone Rolex. You can see like the white on the side, the yellow gold down the middle, bezel bust down.
You're enjoying yourself, aren't you? Yeah. Let me grab a calculator, mate. Calculator. So let's play a game with this calculator, right? Let's buy a two-tone Sky Dweller together, you and me, just a plain Jane, right? Reference number 326933. Ah, there's one. A new Rolex Sky Dweller, reference number 326933 with a black dial, $22,500. Let's buy that, right? So how much did he say again?
This was like 80.
This was like 80. We just bought a plain Jane one at 22.5, and let's put 80,000 on there, right? Minus 22.5. $57,500. The most expensive diamonds on watches are the baguette cut diamonds. These are just shitty throwaway diamonds. You're paying most probably between $2,000 and $4,000 to ice this out. This is materials and labor, because it's very labor intensive to make this. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Say he paid $10,000, so more than double. I'm still missing $47,500, mate. That watch at tops, at absolute mega tops, is worth between $30,000 and $35,000. $80,000. Suck my cock. Do you want me to speak about Moneybag, or can we just move on?
We can move on.
Yo, what's up? It's Polo G, and you watching On the Rocks. I was searching for this watch for a long time.
Oh! How the did he get his hands on that?
Every time I'm there, I would check back in on the prices for a jeweler and give me a new number. At first, this watch was probably about $40,000 when I first looked into it. And when I purchased it for about $90,000.
How the actual did he get his hands on that watch? The whole video, the whole time, I see garbage, and then he pulls out this magic piece.
Magic.
Nah, bro, this watch is special. This watch was only produced for 1 year. There's approximately like 50 of these ever produced. It wasn't limited edition, but when AP introduced this watch in 2016, they introduced a complete new layer immediately after, a complete new case and a complete new dial configuration immediately after, discontinuing this watch after less than a year. This is the reference number 26321BA, and that was replaced with the 26331BA. Mate, that is bonkers. 41 mil, solid yellow gold, unbelievable dial. This is one of the nicest dials that AP has ever produced, funny enough. This watch is worth today at least $200,000. At least. What the I've never seen a gold configuration of this with a blue dial. Never. It's also the first time I've ever seen it on a video. That's how rare this is.
That's a half a ticket right there.
Nice shoes, mate.
I don't address nothing, you hear me? You got one house right here, 2 houses right here, 3 houses right here, 4 houses right here, 5 houses right here, maybe 2 houses right there, you feel me?
Depending where the houses are situated. I mean, these are mostly basic RMs. Like in London, he wouldn't be able to buy a house with that whole chain.
You got one house right here.
To be honest, the first one looks like an RM30, which is about 250k, but he iced it out with aftermarket diamond, so it's probably worth about 175.
2 houses right here.
I'm pretty sure that the second one is an RM10 made in titanium, worth between $140,000 and $160,000.
3 houses right here.
Me, I can't see that. Listen, mate, I can't see it. No, his watches are probably worthless because he's hanging them on a chain and he's destroying not only the case but also the movement. And there's money on the ground. Maybe people are right. Maybe I don't understand this culture or this lifestyle. Maybe I'm too much of a boomer.
Give me a rapper's conclusion.
The conclusion is that you destroyed my entire day and these guys don't change. People just presume it has diamonds. Oh, it must be valuable. That's incorrect.
Yeah. So like when they add those diamonds to the Rolexes, they devalue them.
Exactly what they
Why?
did.
Because it's not original no more or something.
Yeah, you've tainted it. You put bull crap on it. So like that's like putting 22s on that car and chrome on it.
Exactly.
You've now
somebody would
devalued
put
the
some-
business.
Only tainted to those who don't appreciate the value of a good spin.
Okay,
when you
but I'm
stop
saying
at
like
the stop
so
sign.
if I'd have got that 55 Mercedes Benz, right? I'd have put some 20s on that bitch. I would have never been able to sell it for $142 million if I
Never.
put some dubs on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
Like this is what
Put the
everybody-
touchscreen audio system in there because you
Right.
want to listen to your podcast. You done messed up the car now. It ain't worth what it was. If I was a jeweler and some niggas came in, I'd be like, yeah, we ain't got no more. you ain't about to fuck up my
That's racist.
Some niggas. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what the jewelers is saying. You know, if I say some niggas that come in, I'm not selling them shit. We ain't got no more. I'm not fucking up my talking about, yo, could you put them bezels on it then? Put the bezels on it. Nigga, hey, make sure you don't be Tariq being real juicy mouthed during the podcast. Because I don't know if you ever hear Tariq talk during his live there.
Can y'all hear it now?
Yo, that nigga be so juicy mouthed when he be talking. I'm like, yo, why you got so much juice in your mouth, nigga? That nigga be,
Hold on. You must have heard it because my shit is a little juicy right now.
I'm just saying, nigga, you like.
I just got to swallow all them peanuts. I just, hey, hold on. I don't know. What y'all think? What's y'all opinion on the video?
You know, I think there's a point in the video, I think it was towards the end, where he says, maybe I just don't understand the culture. And a lot of that is true. However, there was some game. I thought it was valuable when he broke down whose watch was it, when he was like, yo, this is how much the watch is. This is how much the diamonds would be. Like, you missing
Money
30
bag,
something
yo.
racks somewhere in there.
It was like 50,000. Yeah, money bag, yo.
Yeah. Now I thought that was real, but outside of that, I didn't think. He said it right when he said he's just not of the culture. You know what I mean? And how many people are buying watches to sell them back? You know what I mean? I think Scoob had a good point. You know what I mean? Which is, yo, nigga, if I buy this watch, sure, I might bust it down, but shit, if I want to bust it down and I don't plan on selling it, nigga, I'm just icing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just don't think dude is of the culture. But he also said some real shit too. Who was it about the Migos? When he was like, man, if that was the Migos, just throw another zero on there because they about to tax them even more. But nonetheless, I don't know, man. It's a tricky subject, right? Because we do want to get icy. You know what I mean? But are we wasting our money? I don't know.
I think it comes down to exactly what you said. It's not about like know what you're paying and know what you're buying.
There you go.
That's all it is. If you just go in there because you want to spend $100,000, trust me, we gonna make sure you spend that $100,000. And that's why he didn't want to say anything about his friend, because he knows his friend's about to bust him over the head. It's no different than it's no difference than when you go to the hospital and they give you a bill. If it's just you and you don't have insurance, and if you ask for an itemized detail of your bill, then all of a sudden the bill drops. Like if you don't know what you're paying for, they're going to charge you whatever they want until you actually know no better. Like that's why they say bring a man with you if you go buy a car, or bring somebody who's educated on this subject before you go buy something. A lot of these dudes is just hearing once again, it's culture, but if you hear Hublot, oh, I gotta go get me a Hublot. You don't know anything about, you didn't look up Hublots, you didn't look up the research on it, you didn't look up what's valuable, what's not, why you put diamonds on it and what it is. So like you said, even if you want to put diamonds on it, that's no problem. Make sure you know what diamonds you're putting on and the worth of the diamonds. Yeah, but if you're not going to resell stuff, like Bernita said, who cares? As long as I like it, that's all that matters. But if you're buying something thinking that it's worth more and you're just getting screwed, then that's different. I think that's what he was saying originally on that last little clip. He was like, you don't know what you're paying for, and you're wasting your money. You can get that same exact watch, just a shit ton cheaper, and you'd be happier. But it's like, it's better to brag about you spending more money. And it's like, nah, just if that's what you like.
Know, the worst part of the video, and I'm gonna move on subjects. Yo Gotti famous for collecting watches and reselling them, right? He's made more money on watches than he said he's made doing music. Moneybag, yo, you're #1 artist right now. Why you don't tell your boy about his watches? Like, why would you let your boy buy a watch that's worth $20,000 for $90,000?
You might not want to listen. A lot of these people got egos, especially when you're a superstar.
Yeah. Speaking of the truth, and Bernita, she talked about this earlier, monkeypox outbreak in non-endemic countries. What is monkeypox?
They got like 9 deaths so far, 105 cases.
And they just found it last week.
It's confirmed about 1 to 5 people in the United States of America between May 13th and May 21st have a case of monkeypox.
In Massachusetts.
So I guess it must be so. And in Canada,
it's like big ass boils on your body.
Yeah, they went to Canada and came back.
Canada has the most. Yeah, Canada has like 20 suspected cases of monkeypox. Spain and Portugal have 30 confirmed cases of monkeypox. United Kingdom has 30 confirmed cases of monkeypox. Everybody else is between 1 to 5.
Listen, Dave Chappelle, a wise man, once said, do you know how hard it is to capture a monkey and fuck it? Like, how the hell do you, like, you got monkeypox? He's like, here, Chim Chim. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh. No.
Hey, that's what it is, though. It's a virus contracted from animals to humans.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it from?
Monkeypox. What's that?
That's what it looks like. It's like boils all over your body.
Yeah.
That's his arm. And his
I know a dude that used to look like that all day. Right now, he's walking around
the back of his neck.
Like that. Nigga, he got bumps all over his body. I don't know what it is. I hope it ain't
monkeypox. Give him a pound. You ever pound him up? Be like, what up, man?
You have too.
Ooh.
Ooh.
His name is James. His name is James, man. If you live in St. Paul, y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. Look at Reggie going to wash his hands now.
Drop something. James.
Yeah, monkeypox, man. Okay, Nita, this is your segment. It's the Original Podcast, DJ Double OG, Are You Serious? D Jones and Scooby. So we already kick-started it for you a little bit with this Joe Biden theory. I got one more question, and I want you to tell us your conspiracy theories this week. What do you think about the president sending troops back into Somalia? What you think that's all about?
trying to use it as a front because he hasn't really helped out. Everything else that has kind of taken a back burner to everything else that's going on. The Republicans, the other Trump party, whatever you want to call them, have put so much bullshit in the game that real issues and real wars and real starvation, real suffering is happening, and we're losing sight of it. So he had to address it somehow, throw some troops over there and let them help out. And it's like trying to make sure that people of color know, hey, I'm still thinking about you, but I'm dealing with the bullshit. I don't think that there's no ill intentions, but I do think we're just on the back burner. Just a front right now. And it's almost like, I almost feel, which is crazy because I don't have these emotions, but I almost feel sorry for him and his team right now, because they are juggling between holding up this bipartisan standard and inclusion when it comes to policies, procedures, rules, and processes, and also fighting the devil hands-on. And when I say the devil, the Republicans and or the Trump party hands-on, because they got their gloves off and they're whooping their ass like they was Mike Tyson fighting that dude. Where the Democrats and Joe Biden's team, they still got gloves on and they're still trying to stay in, when they say ding the bell and back up, they're backing up, and then the Republicans are still swinging. And it's like, when are you going to understand you cannot fight this battle in this manner, because your opponent is not going to follow the rules. They're not. So you need to take your gloves off right now. You need to executive order their ass until they're purple and blue. You need to make some choices and decisions about the senators that you have representing them 50 seats that we're holding. You need to have a real sit down and get in their ass, because they are dividing the team. And then you need to know what you really stand for and go for it. All this either or, all this, I'm just going to let the CDC make the decision because I'm too timid to make the decision on my own. Fuck that. I need you to step up, make some choices, some decisions, say what you stand for, and run. Because at this point, you're just getting trumped, period. And in that order, literally, that's it.
I've been saying it for years, which is what they don't realize is that this is a game of soccer. If this was a game of soccer, the Republicans, they picking the ball up with their hands and just running it down the field and throw it in the net, right? And the officials are counting it, right? It's counting as a goal. Where the Democrats, they want to continue to be like, well, you know what? We want to play the game the right way. We're not going to use our hands. We're going to play by the rules, and we're going to try to advance this ball by kicking it down the field. And the Republicans are like, well, fuck that. Nigga, I'm going to pick up the ball again, and I'm going to run it back down, and I'm going to throw it in the net, right? So eventually, you know what I mean? Like Benita was saying, eventually, the Democrats got to be like, you want to know what? Seeing that they're doing this and the goals are counting, we need to play the exact same game. But they try to take some moral high ground and try to play things the right way, per se. You know what I mean? But it's not working, right? They're getting their ass whooped. But then now the question I ask myself now is, but to a degree, do they want it? They have to want it this way. Right? Like at some point,
kind of look good, but on the deep down inside, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like at some point, like because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Like you can't get your ass whooped, year after year after year after year after year. You know what I mean? And just keep taking it. So now I have to think about like, you must like this, or there must be something else going on that you're allowing this to happen. There you go.
Because for years they keep talking about we got to have the Senate and the House, the Senate and the House. Now what?
Yeah, you do. I mean, you do nothing. Zero.
Y'all got it.
It doesn't make sense, right? So I mean,
I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it?
Brother Malcolm said, you know what I mean? It's just a different fang on the same snake.
I agree. That's why when Reggie was saying no more, I ain't vote no more, I wholeheartedly agree with that. And I am not I'm not voting
I'm not
because you're not
participating.
going to keep wasting my time.
I'm not participating in that foolery.
You're wasting my time and you're trying to give us false hope when your intentions are not pure. You did not make any decisive decisions and you did not run with it, and you have not held down anything, nothing. And we're paying for it because all the rich people have money and they're increasing the cost of your necessities in life. Not just, oh my gosh, my Jag is going to cost extra money. No, that Cutlass Sierra that's 1965 that you got on one wheel is now costing you some more money too. Food, gas, water, housing. How are you the president and allowing the cost of housing to almost triple
That's
on people?
capitalism, though.
He can stop it because he can put a rule with inflation. He has a couple of different laws he can put in place. He can executive order some shit real quick right now. If the product that you're selling is worth ABC because of how much it actually costs, it's okay. You got this house and it's really market value at this much. You can only charge such and such amount, or anything over that such and such amount, you will pay 50% taxes on any amount over this for rent. You can do that. He can say that shit and they're going to drop it down.
And they'll call him
And
a
he
socialist.
refuses. Huh?
Because that is against capitalism, which then they'll tell him he's a socialist.
Which
So
goes back to what Des is saying. You must
against
want it to
capitalism.
happen because you ain't doing nothing that you could do to ease the pain in American pockets right now. Housing is and I'm only because I'm in the housing market, is it my biggest fear for the world, because we're just seeing the beginning of it, y'all. You are only seeing people right now rent increase. Give by about 3-4 more months when the rent has hit hard and you went from 1,600 to 2,500. Where's that coming from?
It's funny because that's I guess that's the rest of the country is delayed a little bit from California, because they started this in back 2016 when they started doing the crazy rent increases. So what y'all are talking about now is what I experienced in 2016 when my rent went from $1,250 to $1,800, and I was like, yeah, I'm moving. That's why I moved from my first spot that I got here. It's because the rent tried to go from $1,250 to $1,800 for the same exact spot. I literally got two places for cheaper than one spot. So that's how they're trying to flip it. That's how they're trying to tweak it now. But yeah, but I was having a conversation with Des, and it's just capitalism. That's the main drive, and a lot of this stuff is the capitalism. But they're going a lot of the things that they want to do, or they try to do, or they should do, is based off of the ability to make money off of people, and then giving them the hopes and dreams that you too can one day make that same amount.
That's the part that's killing.
That's why I've always said the American dream is literally the sickest thing, the most disgusting thing that people keep subscribing to is the American dream. All you got to do is work hard and play fair, and you can be a millionaire just like me. And Des always said, how many people had to get screwed over for you to make your first meal?
Man, let me tell you what, man. In order to become a millionaire, let alone a billionaire, man, there's some unscrupulous type tactics that have to be done.
Big word.
You know
This with the big word. Unscrupulous.
That nigga smart. That nigga smart.
That boy read.
Right, like that nigga. That shit just don't come
sneakers and books
out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like it's a. No matter what political party you subscribe to, it doesn't necessarily matter, right? What you can see is on the right, what they do is they're not, and maybe it is a bad thing, but they're not afraid to put their super radical motherfuckers up in front. People from the Tea Party, people from, you know what I mean, who are gonna hold these people accountable or put the people in position that even if they're super far right, they're gonna put them in a position to be in Washington to try to make some moves. Whereas on the other side, and, you know, like him or not, whatever, you know what I mean? Bernie Sanders, who's super far left, he's looked at as crazy and a cuckoo and a crazy old man. But really, you need almost that type of energy to kind
go
of
against
counteract the people who are on the super far right, right? But they're so content, or they're so bullheaded on kind of being that almost moderate liberal, you know what I mean? That I don't think it's doing them a service at all. I mean, zero.
They on that stuff.
It's sad, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
They have Justice Thomas, and his wife has a lot to do with the political party. She's of course a Republican, and she's a far righter. And they just released some of her texts and notes and stuff in reference to putting people in position that count the electoral votes and that count the actual votes and that come and announce them. Because that is how Trump lost for real last year, is the people that were announcing the winner refused to lie and say, no, we were going to announce Trump instead of Biden. So they just found all these texts and stuff from her. And if you pay attention, all the states have now went up and they're changing these seats. Secretary of States are changing to individuals that they don't care who really wins. Trump or whoever they put up is going to be declared the winner. So the next election is already rigged. It's already in play. They've already done it. They already got, they're playing chess with us while we're sitting back playing checkers.
I just want to make sure that we don't give Thomas the white man, white woman excuse, right? So the only way I say that is like, so if a white woman is married to a white man and that white man does a whole bunch of bad stuff, or she does something, they try to blame the man instead of blaming her for her participation or her part in it. So I want to make sure that Thomas ain't no pawn. No, he knows exactly. His wife is just as dirty, which 99.9% of them are. And I had a conversation about that where people like, well, no, that like all these women will be married to these racist white men, and then they be like, the woman, I feel so bad for her, like she ain't in the kitchen saying the same stuff he is, or they not in the bed saying the same thing as, you know, like they're all in it together. You can't be married to someone like that and then act like you're separate. Like when you're married, you become one for a reason. So unless you're willing to leave that thing alone, if you're still staying there, then you're saying that you're okay with it.
Hey, all right, let's move on. This DJ Double OG. Are You Serious? We got D Jones. We got Scooby. It's the original podcast.
Rhythm spoons.
Rental
spoons. Rhythm spoons.
What's that?
It's a restaurant where you serve people free soup. Rhythm spoons.
No, but you rent the spoon.
Nigga, you ain't never seen Martin, nigga.
No.
That was Cole's idea. Nigga Cole said, rhythm spoons. You serve them free soup. Rhythm spoons.
Hey, that is hilarious.
That's so I went to my sister her daughter had a dance competition, and it's free to get in. It was at the convention center yesterday. So it's free to get into the convention center at 7:15 in the morning, but $25 for parking. I said, so that was the case. You gotta pay $25 to park, but you can come on in for free. He's killing us, man. They rented me some spoons.
Park on the street and walk 7 blocks.
Man, I was trying. I drove around for 10 minutes.
They got Rhythm Spoon t-shirt. There's no actual Rhythm Spoon restaurant. You might as well just make it.
All right, I'm gonna get Rhythm Spoons.
They got t-shirts, but they ain't got no actual restaurant called Rhythm Spoons. I don't know why. If I'm a soup spot, if I sell soup, that's what I would, you know. We obviously aren't renting people spoons, and it's not unlimited, but it's the.
I liked it.
It's
like a little quick little soup spot. You go in there, get your little soup, and get up out of there.
Brother, do you know how Well, you know how Why would I even say this to you? I went to this restaurant in Woodbury. I was door dashing, and it's a soup restaurant. I forget the name of it, but all they sell is like soups and salads, and it was
Panera
packed.
Bread.
No, it wasn't Panera, but it was something like that. Like it was just packed. I'm like, what? But it was, of course, all white people. Like, these niggas really pay money to buy soup? Like, that's the appetizer that come with your meal. These motherfuckers
You never had clam chowder? What you mean?
These niggas make the soup the meal. I'm like, oh shit, these niggas eating appetizers for real.
That
motherfucker's packed.
Soup was an appetizer? God damn, nigga, that's a
Yeah,
meal.
the soup is the appetizer.
Chicken noodle soup is not an appetizer.
No, nigga. When you go to Olive Garden, they say soup or salad. Soup. Last word. Okay, I got the last word. We talking about going to the top. Last story of the day, then we out of here. I went to McDonald's. Long story short, they overcharged me. They got my order wrong. Then she charged me. I told her, this is not the right order. I want the right order. So she charged me for the right order. Didn't refund me for the other order. Charged me twice. So I go to McDonald's to complain. The manager like, I didn't make a mistake. I'm like, yes, you did. Just go get your other manager. They get the other manager, the big manager, like, okay, well, give him his money back. She owed me $19.91. She give me a refund for $16.41, but she charges me $16.41, keeps that receipt, then gives me a refund for a refund of $16.41, knowing I'm supposed to get $19.91 back. Gives me the receipt for the refund for $16.41. I pull off. I realize this motherfucker got me again. I'm mad, but I'm respectable. I've been in McDonald's line for 20 minutes arguing. I think it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Other people been waiting and shit. I don't want to keep them up. I come back the next day. I tell the manager at the next day, like, listen, this is 2 days in a row, blah, 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 blah. They like, call the corporate office. We can't do nothing about it. What? Y'all can't give me my refund? Obviously, it's clearly woo. So I call the corporate office. I call the corporate office. I talk to the owner of the store. His name is Pat. He owns the McDonald's on Suburban. He said, come to my office. We'll talk about it. We'll get it cleared out. I go to Pat's office. Pat's like, no, that's going to clear up. That's going to clear up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, Pat, it's clear. This is what happened and this is what happened. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, all right, well, if it doesn't happen like that, I'm going to give you a free meal. I'm going to give you your money back and I'm going to give you $20 and your time. I'm like, it ain't about the money per se. It's just about the fact that the motherfucker got me. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, I got a meeting with the owner of McDonald's over a $19 dispute. And now me and him have a bet that if the dispute clears on my account and it shows that they charged me and then gave me the reverse, then he's going to give me the money and the money on top of that, right? So this was on Friday. Well, today it cleared, right? So I was right. The shit shows that they charged me and then they gave me the refund. But he already gave me another refund on top of that. So after I left, he refunded the shit anyway, twice. So he refunded the $19.91 and he refunded the $16.14. I said all that to say I got a meeting set up with him on Monday. This bitch done fuck around and probably put me in a better position by giving me a fucked up ass refund. Because now I got the meeting with the owner of this McDonald's and I'm gonna introduce him to my design shit. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that because when I talked to him the first time, he acted like he was interested, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you see an intelligent black man arguing with this rich ass white man, and I'm telling him how banks work, and he telling me how, I'm like, no, this is how the banks work. And I was right. So now on Monday, hopefully he'll be my first design client. I get to design shit for the
So
owner
check
of
this
McDonald's.
out. Check this out. What you do is you work real hard, my nigga. You work your way up, get in partnership with them, get a
Hold on,
business.
no.
But listen,
I'm
just
not trying to
listen.
work at
Just
McDonald's,
listen.
nigga.
I didn't say at
I'm not
McDonald's,
flipping
nigga.
fries. Oh,
I said a partnership with him,
Okay.
work real hard, get in good with him, and then rob that nigga blind. I'm talking about everything in his house gotta go. The safe, get his bank account information, take all that.
You right. I think that's the
You
best
want me to
move.
wear my blonde hair so my name could be Sally?
What?
If you want. I mean, if that's what you like, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
What does listen? I gotta.
If you enjoy that, I
gotta go. I can't. Mm-mm.
All right, so yeah. So wish me luck,
Sally?
y'all. Maybe next week.
Absolutely. Good luck, man. Yo,
The
let's
owner
go.
of McDonald's, yeah, he gonna be looking at my designs, and I'll be able to do a shirt or, just a crew shirt for him or something. You know what I mean? You never know.
All right,
I
brother.
like that.
No. All right, I love y'all. Peace out.
Love you. See you in the second air.
Stay black.
Tell the kids I'm on the way.
All right.